broadcast brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Yeah. Alright, greetings. Well, I forgot I was going to do a screenshot of, that doesn't matter, it keeps changing. Apparently there's a fake, Instagram, I've been thinking about other things. There's a fake Instagram account, with my name on it. Well, so I changed the username of it has my picture on it. And it's been asking people for money or doing a scam of some kind. So I sent it. So I did a screenshot of, or what was sent to me. I sent that to the CEO of Instagram. So this guy keeps changing his username. It doesn't really matter. So I changed my username to the real Ivan Tar. so you know who's who now. I'm not on Instagram ever. I haven't been on there for like 2 months, I think. It's been a long time. I don't even know how to use Instagram. I hacked it a little bit so I can upload the Rabbit comic on there, but other than that, I've not messed with it. So, yeah, I was spamming that thing. I'm not big on Instagram. I'm not big on Facebook either, but I'm not big on any of it, actually. I'm not even big on YouTube, but use what you got. So yeah, there's a fake account on Instagram that is contacting all my followers. I even tried to message them and got nowhere with that for obvious reasons. So I put it on my Facebook. I put the screenshot on my Facebook account profile and my Facebook, both my YouTube, Facebook pages. I have groups too. I was going to add it to theirs. I don't want to keep spamming everything, so so just to be aware of it, it has my name and different, it has my picture on there, it has my name and a little, so now my image, now it says the real Ivan Tor, so that's me. So obviously others can copy that too, but if he does that, I'll just send it to the CEO again. I'll just keep spamming the CEO until he does something about it. Check what's Instagram is not, all these platforms are, crap. When it gets down to it, YouTube is showing that one really well. So, so you never know. Instagram might, it's late at night, so I'm not sure if they're going to do anything. But I reported it, others reported it, but it's still there. So who knows? And they can always create another account and do the same thing. So who knows? So we'll see. Alright, so thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of Absolute Insanity. I'll do what I can. It's been one of these days I'm going to have some rest. So that's the other thing, is when it was yesterday, I had some time early. I was going, it was not at work, but I was working for work, but I wasn't at work, so I was doing a channeled text, and I was doing that. I was getting tired. It's like you can't win. It's like I was doing, connections, so you just can't win. It's like I'm doing a spiritual download. It's like now I'm ready to go to bed. So it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I just got up an hour ago. So it's just the way it is. It comes with the territory of being worn out. So in tonight's broadcast, we have in the title, I already forgot, Galactus and Dr. Doom. So we're going to go kind of in reverse a little bit. What I'm doing. Am I here? Okay. So you want to know who I work for? Dr. Doom. Jeez. You think it would be the Grinch or Scrooge? I work for Dr. Doom. So it's like, jeez, man. It's like it's Christmas. It's holidays, and it's like my boss is not treating it like that. Yeah, it's treating it, but it's like it's happy holidays for everyone that does not work for them. Those that work for them, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you with a hammer. Kissing everybody's ass, kissing customers' ass. But when it comes to us, we're just junk. I feel like I work for Amazon. Screw you, basically. So because usually we can take off Christmas Eve. There's nothing going on. Usually he doesn't care, so I just took it off anyway. It's like, screw it. And I'm going to do the same thing for New Year's Eve too. It's like, we're not doing anything, and it's like I don't get paid anything as it is. So it's like and usually he doesn't care. That's the thing. Around the holidays, like, I do whatever you want. Who cares? Not this time. It's like, screw you. And he's just Dr. Doom at its best. So just gotta love it, huh? Happy New Year for everybody but those that work where we work. It's like, jeez. It's kind of like a Walmart worker, right? Happy holidays, except for those that work at Walmart. Same thing. Jeez, just I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last at that place. Maybe, hopefully, like 1 more year if I can handle that. Yeah, it's just. Oh yeah, I just deal with a crazy person basically, Dr. Doom basically. Yeah, once again, it's real friendly with customers, but as soon as they turn their heads, it's like, and I think a lot of his reputation got out there too, because that's why we're so not busy anymore. But enough of that. So I got that out of my system. Jeez, happy holidays. Screw you. Jeez. Anyway, Dr. Galactus, that is the main agenda here. So, see how these comics, they come up, well, the comic book industry is kind of going into the gutter, because you can say it did what it was here to do. Like beings like a lot of alien beings are being channeled, and the other day, was it Wednesday? I connected to Galactus, and I had to step back and say, "What the hell did I just connect to?" It's like what the? I mean, apparently there's 4 of them around our world at this time. They are connected to Archons. They're not very friendly. Well, they are now. I think they weren't always in the. So we're gonna do what we can to connect to Loverboy right there. Fucking A, man. Yeah, so the world is unwinding, and third dimension's unwinding. It's healing slowly. Of course, I say the same thing over and over again. If I say things over and over again, because I'm worn out. Trying not to do that, but either way, yeah, this Galactus being and other alien beings that are pretty much bizarre for us to understand. That was it. Like beings like Superman and Batman. That's they're interested. Those are from other worlds, other Earths. And can you imagine a reality where there's a Superman that's flying around and crashing into buildings and destroying this and that? I imagine a lot of people would say, Superman, go away. So, I mean, it might be neat reading about it, but living it probably really sucks. So, and some of those cartoons, I've watched some of it because some are like, damn, this stuff feels really real. And it's like you have all these super beings that can fly and shoot beams on, and it's like, this is kind of spooky. A little bit. It all depends on, jeez. There's one clip about Superman that I can't find anymore. That was just it was a card from the cartoon. It was kind of, if I find it, I'll show it. But it's like, gee, he really got his ass kicked. Just put it that way. So for Galactus though, let's see, there's sentient beings that are basically, as our planet was, these are higher dimensional beings, and you don't mess with them. But yeah, they're part of the Earth's grid. Yes and no. They don't want anyone to mess with them, basically. They are kind of godlike beings, but they are kind of boring beings too, because they can create realities out of their vibration. They can create different worlds. Like, they can put you in a reality as you're talking to them. They could put you somewhere if they get sick of you, or they want to hear you and want to talk to you on a different level. You know, you have this huge guy and you have this little person. It's like, you know, let's talk about it somewhere else, and they create a reality where you're talking to them one-on-one, like they're the same size as you. That's what I'm getting from them. I'll have to sit with this for a while. I mean, connecting to God's one thing. Connecting to that is like, dude, I'm ready to sit at the bar and drink a gallon of everything. Jeez, I've seen this before. A friend of mine was mentioning it because she was like a being similar. She was like an Elohim being, very large. And beings are trying to attack her and take her energies, and she's nuts anyway, so who knows what's going on with that. I got away from that. But Galactus, I've never really connected to it like this. It's like, when I'm talking, I'm doing a video. I think I was doing a video, it was Wednesday, and I'm feeling like Galactus is like, what the fuck am I doing here? So we're going to do what we can. This is kind of a lot to pull in, so bear with me. Especially I'm running on just not running on much right at the moment. It should feel a little bit better tomorrow. It's hard to say. Yeah, happy holidays. Hopefully it'll be better over time. For those who are new to all of this, I think this is all set up right. Yeah, this is new to everyone new. This is ivantory.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. This is the scheduler. This is Warren had a channel. We have Google Hangout, Zoom, and channel. My phone's all recorded. We have gee, I feel very strange right now. We have around 7 days for delivery, doing the best I can to speed that process up. No guarantees for Christmas delivery. I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. You have other same thing situation here. We have other channels and viewers I do recommend also. So it's the same store. It's just if this one doesn't work, and go here. I also have Social Network, and we have the Rabbit, and more on him in due time. I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. So, where do these beings come from? I believe the Galactus being, they're not called that, but we'll just call it that. But yeah, a lot of these the Marvel universe, you know, from the comics is, you know, they have a galactic side to it. Those are all those characters from other versions of Earth. Iron Man, and realize that and the reason why Marvel is with Disney, because Disney has money to, you know, obviously. Warner Brothers does DC, you know, Batman and Superman, but it's like their story doesn't need to be told right now. That's why everything's kind of falling apart with them. Now they have, that's right, Aquaman out about Atlantis, so that's a big deal. So that's showing that some things fail for a reason. Like the Batman and Superman is kind of nonsense. It's like a cash grab, kind of just, you know, but doesn't mean it doesn't have any significance somewhere. But either way, with Marvel doing a lot of cosmic stuff with Thanos, his finger, that sounds really weird, doesn't it? With his finger, snapping his finger, the make beings, and I've seen being. I mean, when I saw that, I felt a reptilian being that would come to planets and do those type of things. But Galactus is a whole another story. That's, the comic industry is kind of imploding, sort of, because of Marvel. It's like, it's just kind of, but the cycle is over, I guess you can say. You're not really coming out with new characters or anything like that. Sort of just, but now we're connecting these beings, spiritually. I mean, you can channel Jar Jar Binks if you want from Star Wars. That's the direction we're really going into. It's like we have these lifetimes with these beings, and we start to connect to them. And for most population, think we're nuts. But then again, most of the population is out of their mind anyway. So, with Galactus though, around our planet, it came from another universe. When our planet was created, you can say they kind of took ownership of it, and kind of part was in it's moving to come here. So they feel like they know what's best. There's 4 of them, I believe, that do. I think they have. I was told they have horns coming out of their heads. They are connected to AI energies, and you don't mess with them. Yeah, they're not the gods in the Greek mythology. You could say Zeus got some of his ego from them. So you could say this is kind of like the father. This is not God, but it's kind of like a father being. So it's one that the Greek gods are kind of pulling their information from, or the alien beings. Some of them are, at least. So not all alien beings see these energies. They're usually hidden, like more 6th dimension, I believe. Yeah, it had to be in a higher dimension to be something like that. Yeah, because what I've picked up as I connect to them. So yeah, they're improving like us. They're trying to have a good sense of humor. Some of them, they're like, some can be reptilian-like, but they're, as you can see, the size of them. Always get kind of an idea. They're pretty huge. But also, angelic beings can be the same thing. But these are like guardians of our planet, and they don't always agree with each other, but they see our world as an infant society, but one that has relative purpose. Because we're kind of giving the reptilians a run for their money for being here, because most of our species, they don't really want humans on this world. I mean, a lot of the reptilians don't really care, but a lot of them felt, why can't we just have reptilian beings on this planet? But now we have this human thing here that's being a pain in the ass. So a lot of us, you can say that these beings kind of, I'll call it Galactus for right now. We'll just leave it at that. They're a part of our, creation too, meaning that they made sure that we were protected. We might have abused it, for the human form to be created and all that. They were involved with it. Because they agreed too, along with others, of that this is the best for this planet. Of course, not everybody's going to agree with that, but it's going really well, as you can see. Yeah, the human race on this world is it's a 5-star planet. If you want, well, either way, it's been manipulated for many reasons to show that we are a worthless race. Why do you think we're getting hit by all this stuff? People killing their families and doing just nasty stuff. Because there's a lot of negative beings that want to show that we're just a race that needs to be wiped out, and they manipulate us to show that, to prove it. See, look, we got this person that go against their family, attack, whatever it is. Innocent people, whatever it is, get drunk, throw their whole lives away. This race is pretty much a joke, basically. So you have to look at it from a different perspective. And these beings, Galactus beings, just call them that. At least you can recognize it. They're I wouldn't call them a judge and executioner, but they can be. You can say they've been, it took them a while to even allow humans to be on this world. They allowed other aliens to connect to it. They didn't mind the reptilians being here, but some of them are being foolish in their decision making, especially when other beings are coming to invade it. Reptilians went over and destroyed another planet. It's like, yeah, you guys really deserve this planet. It's like you're gonna go and attack other worlds. It's like when they did that, they kind of allowed this planet they lose, I wouldn't say ownership, but they lost. Their vote didn't count anymore. Let's put it that way. It wasn't as strong as it used to be. If they didn't do that, there might have been a different story. Not to say it was positive beings do, but either way, it was still part of. It's either way. So there's a lot of more layers to it, but for us to be, we're not wanted here, obviously. But as we reconnect to our power, the manipulations will start to cool down. We just gotta recognize our power and recognize it's all craziness. I know I said that the other day, but it's true. It's like connect to the crazy within yourself. Let's see. The galactic beings, they're known to change timelines. They see everything, most things, at least timeline wise. They don't really care about our lives. Our lives are kind of like don't mean anything. But they do see us as we're a race that challenges other worlds, other races, other aliens. Because we took all this power, we went down into the third dimension, but we're still here. That says something. And we can we challenge other races basically, and other alien races kind of needed that. It's for soul growth. So you can call us a child race. Some are, some aren't. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But what matters is that humanity is coming to a galactic balance. Basically, it's like your test is over in the third dimension, and now you're learning how to walk again, learning how to talk again, learning your Atlantean or whatever you want to call it ways, your powerful ways. So in doing so, you might see these Galactus beings in your vision because they're here to help. They're not here to torture us. So see them however you see them. Right now I see them as what the comic shows, but because it doesn't matter. But either way, if you see in your visual like really giant beings, that's them. Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, this is not what you get in your normal spirituality. We'll talk about what is it? Astrology now. We're talking about Capricorn and Virgos and Gemini and bore you to death with that. But yeah, this is real world stuff though. I mean, spiritually, this is really out there, but nothing really is making. I mean, you can talk about Capricorns and astrology until your head turns green. Nothing but changes. So as you spiritually grow up, a lot of spiritual people here are not going to be ready for this shit. But I mean, if you have aliens here, you have Area 51 here, you got a shadow government here, you got a secret space program here that we can't really see. So here we're giving you, Galactus is real. All these, Silver Surfer does have some existence. That's a cosmic being. All these things have they're all connected to us. And if you want to know more, you can. Get a message that the felines were very vicious to our race in the past as humans. So as we were defined as the species of this world, a lot of felines attacked us and wanted us dead. You'd think that the reptilians are a pain in the ass, but the felines too. A lot of felines erase that history, and the positive ones, I would say the positive ones destroyed any type of negative feline energies that were here, like statues and monuments for worship, because that was there in the past. And just kept the friendly energies around. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, because I believe a lot of them are more vicious than the reptilians. That's what I'm being told here. So the reptilians aren't easy. Nobody's easy on us. Everybody's beating the crap out of us, basically. So as we unlock our consciousness, basically, it's like if you allow the craziness to come in, give it, it just, what is your intuition telling you? Is there anything that you feel, do you see a two-headed monster? Do you see, a big Galactus being? What is it that you see? And, most of your human race has been programmed into the slave program. They have themselves a holiday coming up. But eventually they're going to, a lot of people don't want to believe it. A lot of that has to do with the Archon DNA that was put in here to shut the human down. It has many different reasons for it. It's a test. It's a test, but it's a challenge. It's both the same thing, but you're challenging the souls. It's like, are you ready to, go the extra mile of your existence here? And it's pretty out there. But if you want the Ascension, this is it. People are you sure? I was like, are you sure of this? Are you prepared for the Ascension? Because it gives you all this weird stuff, and it's just it's at small doses, but this is where we're heading towards. Yeah, not everyone's going to connect to these Galactus beings, but some will. Those are connected to timelines. They're usually connected to higher astral. You'll probably run into them. They're just watching the planet, basically, just making sure we don't get wiped out, basically. This is a positive energy. I mean, we're still here. So you hear about these dark tales about these beings and that beings, but we are being watched in a positive way. So they are our saviors, but they're keeping an eye on us, basically. The reptilians would not. Now, why would other worlds get destroyed? And they weren't that well protected. It had different reasons for it. And I'm not going into details of it, but our world's kind of the special world because we have everyone's DNA. It's just not part of our experience. Other worlds, it's like it is and it isn't. It's like it can be destroyed. It might not be. It can and it cannot. It's open. But other worlds have not been hit by ours with all this manipulation. So, and some souls have Archon contracts that they can't break because it's part of heal. It's actually there to advance the soul, and so they get attacked and get this and that, and it's just we can't let go of this contract until you grow up, basically. But some of you are going to have difficulties accepting. So, for Galactus beings here, one moment. Some of them are feline looking. Looks aren't that important this time. Just go by what you feel, what we look like. We are assisting your ascension process. It is up to you if you want to see us or not. People are scared of reptilians. You have not seen nothing yet until you've seen us. It's like, yeah, because the reptilians is a small part of all this process. It's for soul growth. It's up to you. Not everyone has to connect to our energies. But we are part of the time. We are technically timeline wards. Your world. As ascends in the fourth dimension, we are vital to be known on your planet as you upgrade yourselves. Now, as many souls aren't ready to connect to these type of energies for fear, whatever it might be, because they don't always like the answers they receive from these beings. These beings are very hardcore, but they're tough. They're not demonic like some are. Like Dr. Doom's kind of Dr. Doom is like a doom of himself. I'm not going into that. Oh shit! It's just talk about As somebody that likes vices, likes negativity, can't let it go. Doesn't know how to let it go. Poor me. Poor this. Poor that. Dr. Doom. For Galactus once again. The Galactus beings are part of the genetic engineering at a higher level. Where do you think beings get their information from? Like for human form, and these beings assist with the download of creating a human form and creating different species. So it does come from source to them. Sometimes, not always. Basically, they are assisting with soul ascension. Yes, they are more sixth-dimensional beings, and some of you out there have been them before. So some of you out there that are connected to this might feel that you have been a being like that. So it's not always easy to be like that. Of course, it's not as hard as being here, but they do feel the pain of this reality. So they know what's going on here. They can't just be totally out. So they are connected to the spirit world, but it's a whole different. They are alien beings, though, but they're not here in the physical. They can be. I would say they will be in the future, along with. Now, there might be sightings of them, possibly. Some people might feel that they might see cities in the skies. You might see them, possibly. There's a possibility. But they're not here to destroy the world, not at all. But they are here to assist. And it's unconventional for them to be heard right now, but I feel that humans are ready to know more about themselves. Basically, a lot of humans do have blockages here of their alien self. Basically, humans are going to just know more about beings around, especially in your government energies. The government is an archon base. Obviously, there's different beings there, but the archon grid that's around that is like grid around a grid around a grid around that. Right in Washington, D.C., there is an archon. Interference for not getting correct connections, all this done on purpose. That can be healed as more. Basically, showing that humans that are evolving can connect to the CIA and stuff like that, and heal their manipulations over time. Is basically shutting down those agendas. You got a while for that, but eventually we're gonna say we don't need this anymore. We don't. There's a lot of scandals going on in the army right now. We don't need that anymore. Eventually, the armies are going to be shut down because we're done with it. There's a possibility of a lot of retailers going out of business too. A lot of stuff going online. There's also a possibility that we'll have more. Maybe social places, maybe coffee shops, bookstores. I'm not getting 100% on that. Just for socializing, and we don't need the retailing situation anymore. A lot of stuff's going to go online because we just don't need the old guard anymore. So we'll see how things go on that. We haven't left money yet, but we are changing the way we use it, where we receive it, where we're going to have it. In our lives is going to be adjusted because the stock market is part of that adjustment that is going all over the place. Basically, the dark is losing its power over the people slowly, and as you go through the Ascension, there might be things out there you don't believe. Once again, a big giant alien being, where there's several of them that can be on your ground and be seen. They have been seen in the past. It's just the reason why that Galactus with all the fancies, it's just so you can get your attention, show his strength. They're not that fancy, but yeah, walking around with a head guard gets kind of old after a while, but it's good for looks good in the comics. So but basically a lot of these beings don't wear helmets. Yeah, some of them do have horns, some of them do, some of them are cat beings. They feel like the felines have failed this race, this human, because they went against they went against us basically. And obviously the positive ones are here, but the ones that are very villainous here are here and are more into politics at this time, manipulating politicians, but once again very hidden. It's just that let's see, one moment. Yeah, just say get ready for a change. A change in just being aware of who's here. It's going to be on a lot of people's belief systems. And realize your angels can be, yes, very large beings too. People have connected to that. Elohim beings, yes. You can say these beings are connected to Elohim. Yes and no. They're not giving it yet. They're just not going. But yes, there are. Let's put it this way: there are Elohim beings that are huge like that. Yeah. Let's see. As this Earth goes into ascension process, you feel humanity assisting other alien beings and talents we have learned here. So we're going to teach them more of how it was being on a human on Earth, basically. But more, as our ascension increases. We got a while for that, though. What matters now is this identifying our planet and healing the negativity that's been manipulating our planet for such a long time. Medical field, medicine has been manipulated in all sorts of areas as more people activate themselves to form more unnatural areas of healing. A lot of it's past life memories that have been put in. And even a lot of channelers are going to have to start changing their ways. The old channelers have been around for a long time. Is because their message isn't going to be, it's hard to say, but it's going to have to become more, part of the Ascension instead of just regurgitated same old, meditate and connect to your angel. It's like, life is a meditation. So, just follow your heart, basically. You need to meditate? No, just be yourself. How about that? So, you can meditate all you want if it makes you feel better, yeah. But life should be meditation. Everything should be meditation. This is how you connect to the higher energies. Obviously, we're not here to know everything. It's just part of the test. But our galley way of understanding these beings, these Galactus beings came from other universes. They're here too, obviously, but the ones from the other universe, they were curious on where this world is going to go. So it's like they're on a ride with us. They do also have incarnations here, and some of them have been dictators here in the past. How do you change things? You change it through dictatorship. Of course, this is not always. You can say, I wouldn't say Stalin's a part of it. They're not giving me details of who, but some of these beings that incarnate here are a part of, negativity, to change things. And then you have positivity to come and heal it, It's just part of a process. Notice how, like with World War II, with Hitler, brought us out of the Great Depression. Brought in all these new technologies, and then we got rid of it. We didn't need it anymore. Of course, then we had the 1950s. It was almost worse than World War II in a lot of ways because humans kind of went down into shutdown mode. And I got a download on that. A lot of it is you wonder where the tall blonde Nordics went to. Well, they went to your local television set. Notice how in 1950s television, it's all white people. That's all connected to the Nordics. It's not the tall whites, not connected to them. Obviously, it's the Nordic beings. I believe the tall whites, yes, more men and black energies. Nordics don't want you to hear this. The Nordic beings, they're connected to Vogue magazine for making girls skinny, their looks. And it's like, oh, you must be beautiful. This is what beauty is. It's all a bunch of bullshit, basically. So, the Nordic beings obviously have not finished. So they worked through the television sets. Obviously now things have gotten more diverse, but it was not an easy. You can say 1950s does not make Martin Luther King's life any easier. Imagine if there was no television telling people. Of course, there was always racism around, but television made it worse in a lot of ways, and it's still doing stuff now. It's not as strong as it used to be because we have YouTube and other means, but still. So the Nordic presence here is so vicious. It really does. It's a lot worse than any reptilian being. Reptilians are tough on us and all that. They do cause a lot of difficulties, but the Nordics really knows how to program the soul to make racism. They love racism. They love the KKK. They love all that stuff. They got a lot of healing to do still. So you think in this day and age, racism like that would not exist. Still exists because the Nordics are still causing trouble here, as you can see. They look like god beings that can get away with this stuff. It's an astral thing. It's different layers of it, but it's vicious. We're going to heal that energy. The Nordics they're hidden like the felines. The felines also do work through the Nordics too. Because the felines can't always, I'm a feline being, nobody's going to trust me. I'm a feline. But what about a Nordic being? We'll work through the Nordics to manipulate humans. and they don't want that hurt. So there's a lot of layers that aren't are understood. So there's a lot of pieces here we're putting together to heal humanity, and a lot of things people aren't going to want to hear. But we are going into ascension energies, and not everyone's going to agree with each other. It's fine. Some aren't ready for ascension, so they're going to whine a lot. That are aware of aliens, but aren't really growing because they're not here to. They don't know how. They have different reasons for it. They want to feel like they have all the knowledge. So I would say there are groups that are connected to the Illuminati that are here. There are channeling groups that don't want ascension at all. They want to put their take on it to slow down the ascension. They say they're helping it, but I don't think they are. I'm not going to see. I'm not getting into that fight. But what matters most is that more people are, channeling their own energies, and just where are you feeling? Do you see anything? Do you feel anything? What's your imagination, Tony? It's all bizarre, but that's the idea. This is how you unlock it, and the idea is obviously more peaceful energies. As you connect to this stuff, do you feel better? Do you feel yourself as a rabbit being? That just came to mind. Or a dinosaur being energy. What does it feel is comfortable with you? Because that's the energy that you're connected to, and does that help you in your daily life? Just visualizing those worlds, because in your imagination you're visualizing the worlds that you're connected to, such as the Superman world that obviously a lot of people are connected to because they're loving it up. So it started the whole superhero genre, which opens up another Earth. That's like, oh shit. Yeah, I think we got stress. Shit. So you can say our world is healing that world. So, because you have these superheroes that are Atlanteans, you can say, call them what you want. They're not all causing mischief, but there's some of it there. And you have a lot of humans there that are still mortal, no power, we don't have any abilities. Well, the idea is for us to activate our power and heal all that nonsense. So it's another take on things, but either way, we're going to ascension, and more of this alien stuff is going to catch on. Individual alien. I say that every once in a while because I kind of have to say it for new viewers. Just, it's bizarre, but maybe not. I mean, there's a lot of mysteries in the world, right? Well, we're here to solve those mysteries, but first we gotta solve ourselves. And so, I'm talking about the Galactus being. I think I've been one of them. So I think that's one of the reasons why I connected to him. He's not giving me a whole lot of information right now. It's just like, this is an intro. Yeah, there's a CIA too I still need to connect to. I was going to channel out Turkey, but I don't have enough energy for that. We'll see. I keep talking about it, but I don't know if I'm ready for that either. Alright, hopefully that brings some insights. It's the best I can do. I'm running on doing what we can right here. So, alright, much love, blessings. Keep connecting. Have fun. Let it be. Let it happen.